Good morning, everybody. Welcome back to Cilinix Crypto. Hope you're all doing great, and welcome to this new video here on Sui. It's time. We had to make a video. I already spotted a breakout on Tuesday, and we've been successful in actually holding that and continuing that into a real rally, or at least on the lower time frames. It's a rally. That's what I wanted to talk about. We're going to do a full update. We'll talk a little bit about the fundamentals. We will mostly focus on the technicals and where we can go. As you can see, Sui has been incredibly resilient. I mean, yesterday was a pretty tough day for a lot of altcoins. There was quite a lot of bearish pressure, but you can see from Sui on the 12-hour time frame, we didn't even have one red candle. I mean, you can see right here we pushed down into support, but ultimately, like the 236 and the trend bands, we did not even reach the 382 fib right here. We're strong enough to hold, so that's purely technically right off the bat. That's incredibly bullish. All right, getting such a aggressive buyback from a technically insignificant support level. There was some. I mean, you can see there is some heightened liquidity there in general historically, but ultimately still bullish. Now, what I like to do when talking about layer 1 blockchains is always take a look at the fundamentals, see if there's some sort of a fundamental change that explains the price action, and unfortunately for Sui, that's not true. All right, what you see from Sui right here is that the TVL, yes, it has gone up slightly, but that's mostly because the price of Sui is up. Most of this TVL, total value locked, is in Sui, right? So it's 100% correlated to the price of Sui, and if it's correlated, well, then there's no growth. So we cannot really derive anything from that. And DEX trading volumes, they have been higher at the start of this week, but ultimately they're still trending down, right? So fundamentally, I don't really see any reason to be very bullish on Sui. But if we take a look at the chart, if we take a look at the volume, which is up 67% over the course of the last 24 hours, the majority of that has actually been gained in moving the price up after the bearish pressure yesterday, which is very great. You want to see the volume come in when the price is moving up. I mean, volume will always come in when the price is moving down, all right? Because people will get liquidated, people get out of positions, limit orders are being hit. When the price goes up and volume increases, that's usually a better sign. So no, I mean, everything right now for Sui looks great outside of the fundamentals. But like I said, fundamentals in crypto, unfortunately or fortunately, do not really matter. All right, so we broke the consolidation right here on Tuesday already. Then there was an intra-range key level right here, which we talked about earlier, which we also broke above and held yesterday during the bearish pressure. Now we've broken above the 200 EMA with volume. So I cannot say anything else but say that I think it's most likely Sui is going higher. Now, it is still, look, one of the main reasons why we saw some bearish pressure yesterday in the markets was obviously due to the stock markets and factors surrounding crypto, but not inherent to crypto. So I still think that is something you need to keep your eyes on. And if we actually do see some sort of a bearish pressure from the stock market again, that's going to push Bitcoin down. And it's always the question whether altcoins can keep up with that. But from what we've seen from Sui, we have to assume the answer is that it can hold up against that. All right. So ultimately, I think it's most likely, maybe with a pullback, even though a pullback, I think they'll remain shallow. I think it's most likely we're going up to the main resistance, which the first resistance is this level at the monthly open at 2.85. After that, we're going to talk about some major resistance levels around $3. At this point of time, I don't think we'll be able to break above that. I think we would need a massive structure break, either from Bitcoin or the Bitcoin dominance to break that. So until we have clear indication we can do that, I don't think we'll break that. I do think it's most likely we'll get there. But those are my thoughts. That's what I think you need to know for now. That's my updates on Sui. For now, thank you for watching. Take care and bye.